top 3 of the week. First thing, what I'm listening to this week. I'm listening to Forever Free. Why am I listening to Forever Free? Because we're going to have a Forever Free concert in a couple weeks. Right here's the date. Right here's Forever Free and some of their music. So I encourage you and your family to join in your living room, on your phone, wherever. On May 13th, we're going to have a good time at our Forever Free concert for our church and a couple other groups. Second thing, best thing I've seen this week is a little light at the end of the tunnel. That's right. Things are starting to opening up. Things are getting a little back to normal. I'm excited about that. I'm ready to be hanging out with you guys. I miss you guys a lot. I know our other leaders definitely are missing hanging out and being with you guys. But a little light at the end of the tunnel. It's going to be a slow process of opening up, but we're getting there, and that's been encouraging, and that's exciting that that's happening. So I'm excited that there's a little light at the end of the tunnel. Third thing, worst week, diets. Maybe it's just my diet, maybe not. But the quarantine started, and I thought it was fantastic. I thought I was going to get to just make all these nice fresh meals, healthy meals, right out of the kitchen every time I ate. And I did for a couple weeks. And it's just like the beginning of the year when you start a nice, healthy diet. It lasts a few weeks, and then it goes downhill quick. You know, some of us enter the quarantine like this, and now we're going to be rolling out of the quarantine like that. I hope that's not you, but that is slowly where my diet's been heading. I wake up and I go, do I want potato chips or do I want ice cream for breakfast? And I select the leftover pizza. So hopefully you're making better choices than I am, but that is my top 3 for the week. So we're here and it's Thursday and we're hanging out with our seniors. And I'm excited you guys are here hanging out with us. So let's jump right into it. We got a few questions for you guys. First question I got for you guys. What is something important about your faith you've learned through your high school years? Alex?
I guess that it's always evolving in a sense, that there's peaks and valleys to it all the time, but that if you remain constant in your faith, that it will work itself out.
Yeah, that's a great lesson. Really in every season of life, there's always good in every season. There's always a lesson in every season. And that's something I think you can take away, especially through those younger years. Caitlin, what is something you learned about your faith through your high school years?
I would say probably that God is always by your side and He never leaves you. And it's important that you understand that and not forget that, because there'll be people throughout high school who are mean to you, who you don't like, and people who aren't there for you physically, but you always have God with you and you can always turn to God.
And I would say make sure you take that to college. That'll be one of the most important things I think, and I tell you guys this all the time, is that God will never leave your side. And if you can take that through life, life will be a lot easier with that comfort of knowing that during all those different moments. Maddie, what is something you've learned about your faith through high school?
I would just say just to trust in God with everything. I mean, even when it came to small decisions throughout high school and like just the bigger decisions too, like college decisions, just praying to God and like trusting in Him and His plan that He has for me in my life. And I don't know, that just felt like better for me to know that I can always go to Him for prayer and like whenever I had complicated stuff going on in my life.
Yeah, you guys are so wise. You're already ready for the real world, ready to step right into it. Alex, what is something you wish the younger Alex would have would know that you know now?
I guess just relax, just to not be so hard on himself. Just it'll work itself out. And then, yeah, definitely just relax.
Yeah, and that
was too high strung.
Well, that's tough. I mean, you have all this pressure, especially when you go into high school, about You've got all these expectations and you've got all these decisions you're going to have to make and all this stuff you've got to do to keep up. And it can be high stressed and it's easy not to be relaxed during those times. Caitlin, what is something you will miss the most?
I think I will probably, out of high school, I would think I will miss the most the relationships I like built with teachers, because some teachers have like really inspired me to want to learn certain things and have really like showed me what teachers can do in your life.
Yeah. And that's what's exciting about you guys moving into that next step is you guys are now a step closer to being those people that are going to impact the younger generation, which I'm excited about because you guys are great. And I'm excited to see where life takes you. Maddie, what is something that scares you about your next step of life?
Just not living at my house, and I guess not being around my parents all the time, or like being with my mom, talking to her about different stuff. I don't know, it'll be completely different. Yeah.
It definitely is different when they're not right there. And I think all you guys kind of touched on that a little bit is not having that community you've always had growing up right next to you. You guys all said you're excited about the next step because of your independence, but it is scary stepping away and having all that independence and responsibility. Here's one piece of advice, even as somebody that's slightly over 30, is your parents still like it when you call them and ask them for advice. No matter how old you get, they still enjoy helping you through life with those choices. What is one of your favorite church memories you will take with you?
Definitely the past two youth winter trips, just to kind of, for one, being able to hang out with the basketball team in a different scenario, and then two, just seeing how many different people kind of came together. Like, I don't want to be cliche and say a family, but everyone definitely got closer with each other.
Yeah.
You could see that everyone was pretty comfortable in where they were at, which was cool to see.
Yeah, that's it is fun to watch you guys. I think our youth group has 16, 17 different schools between middle school and high school that's represented. So a lot of you guys kind of know each other, but you don't really know each other that well from school. But you come together on these trips, you come together at church, and you get to know each other there. And some of those walls are taken down where you can be real and you can be honest with each other, which, that's what the church is about. It's about that community and being real and being honest with each other. So it is fun, especially as a leader, to watch those things happen over those trips you talked about or over the weekly times we hang out. Well, I'm glad you guys got to hang out this Thursday with us on a special edition with our seniors. And Alex, I'm gonna miss you. I hope I get to come visit you in Chicago, but definitely gonna miss you on the basketball court, talking sports with you every week.
Miss you too.
And definitely, we're all gonna miss you guys. Caitlin, gonna miss you. I think I've seen you run in every kind of weather there is. I've seen you run at states in the pouring rain, and I've seen you at track meets when it was way too hot to be running. And I'm definitely gonna miss those moments. And Maddie, I'm definitely going to miss when you come to Sunday school, when you come to youth group, because when we have conversations about faith, you're always willing to engage in those conversations. And as a leader, that's really fun for me. But it also shows leadership in a group. And when you're engaging in those questions and that conversation, that's really exciting. So thank you guys for hanging out with us this week. Next week, we'll be back on Thursday hanging out. And until then, everybody have a good week.